Now that we've gotten you familiar with Census Bureau data, I'd like to take you to the Census.gov developer site in order to see where these data sets live on the API and how you can get started accessing them. But by the end of this section, you will be able to navigate the Discovery tool to determine what is available in the Census Bureau's API and relate it to your needs. Our API has a number of data sets available for public use. I've already talked about a few of these programs listed. You can find more information on any of these surveys and programs by visiting census.gov and using the Survey Programs tab. We'll go over a few more of these programs in this section as we learn how to navigate the Census Developer site in order to find these programs in the API. The Developers page is where you will start for all things API. Here, you can find technical documentation, get support through our Slack channel, sign up for an API key, and most importantly, see what's available through our Available APIs section. So from here, we will go ahead and click on Available APIs. From here, you can view a complete list of programs and data sets. Clicking on any of these will take you to a page where you can see the API documentation for these data sets, including how to find geographies and variables, and getting started with an example query. We'll click on a few of these pages to give you a feel for the section of the website. So let's start with the economic census. Here we have the economic censuses since 2002. Using economy-wide statistics for 2017, at the top is the base of the API call, which is where all data for this particular dataset lives. Clicking on Examples and Supported Geography takes us to the Discovery tool, where we can see all of the available geographies and variables. We will explore this a bit more in the next module, but for now, this is where we can find all the data for this program. If we go back to the previous page, we can see the example call. These pages generally include links to geographies and variables, along with examples for you to get started. Next, we'll go back and take a look at economic indicators. As you've likely noticed, you can read a bit about each dataset at the top of the page under the title. Census provides 18 different datasets for economic indicators available on the API. If we scroll and click on this Economic Indicators Time Series page, it will take us once again to the Discovery tool. This time, breaking out all of the available datasets by which indicator is provided. Once again, we can see examples and geographies. Going back to the previous page, we can see detailed examples for queries, which give us data on housing vacancies and home ownership, as well as new residential construction. We learned a bit about the Census Bureau's official source of population estimates earlier in Part 2. You can use the API to quickly access data about monthly population estimates, estimates by age, group, and more. Finally, I'll take you to the American Community Survey 5-year data page, where we will end here for this module. In this next module, we will explore ACS data in more detail in the Discovery tool and start building our queries that we will be using for our case study today. Next, my colleague will instruct you on how to use Data.census.gov. When making an API call, you can download the tables from this tool as a method to identify the variable names you would use in your call.